Hi everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Who's in here? Okay, well, we'll see how this goes, I guess. So, yeah, don't really have anything better to do at the moment, so still sounds quite windy, so yeah, I've been getting this storm thing, but yeah, thank you for the like, whoever that is. Hello, Lilac, how you doing? Hope you're well. Good morning to you. How are you today? Welcome to my live. What's everybody up to today? Good, that's good then. So what's your name? Hello, Natty, how you doing? Good morning to you, how are you doing? Nice to meet you all. Where are you all from, everybody? Thank you for the likes. Hello, Michelle, how you doing? Good morning to you. Happy Sunday to you all. Hello, Ashton. What do I do for my lives? Usually just talking, but sometimes I talk about health and fitness and things like that, but I don't really have a set plan for it, really. I just kind of just go with, just kind of go with it, whatever, just that kind of. But yeah, hit the like button, everybody. We've got 11 in here. We've got 3 likes, so that's the least that you can do, just like the live. All right, okay. Lilac. I mean, I just kind of do things like I do sometimes a bit of busking and bits of things online. So I don't really have a sort of like full-time job or anything, but I'm just kind of. But yeah. Anyway, hope everyone's having a good day. Share the live if you can. So I'm currently trying to make a go of this thing, but it's just been a bit slow, and yeah. My back's kind of itching, so yeah. Yeah, so tap those screens up, everybody. Thank you. Got 10 in here apparently, so hello everybody. Come say hi if you wanna. Yeah. It's up to you, I guess, but yeah, I was supposed to be having a call with my mum today, but I don't know what's going on really, because I guess she might still be not very well. She's been a bit. So I'm kind of just thought I'd come on here because I don't know. I don't know when and if it's going to happen. So I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to come on here and just kill some time, I guess. Because, I don't want to be waiting around for, to try and ring me, man. I don't even know if it's even going to happen. So sometimes it gets cancelled. So I haven't actually phoned her for quite a while, actually. So yeah, it's, she's had some like health problems recently, like she had to have a tooth took out or something, and then that ended up causing an infection, and then it's just been, yeah. But it is what it is. I'm just gonna see what happens. But yeah, she's been very quiet, so I don't know. She might still be a bit too sick. I don't know what's going on really, but yeah, it's just she did say to me to ring me on Sunday, but to be fair, that if I ring that early, then it might be a bit too early. So I'll just have to kind of wait and see. But yeah, are we all right, everybody? Everyone seems to have left now, so I don't know. Yeah, so if anybody's new here, then please subscribe. I'm trying to, just make something of this, so it helps if more people interact and it just gets a bit more lively, and yeah, it's more people to bounce off then. So apparently there's 7 people here, but no one's talking, so yeah. Hello, Riley. How you doing, Riley? I hope you're well. Nice to meet you. And where's everybody from? So yeah, it's just just gotta try and just not focus on sort of negatives really. Hi, Sophia. How you doing? I hope you're well. Nice to meet you as well. How are you today? Hope you're well. Again, if anybody's new here, please give me a follow. That would be really appreciated. Or subscribe. I mean, hit that like button. 13 in here, 5 likes. So yeah, if you don't mind, just it just helps the channel out. So, but yeah, try not to focus on the negative stuff. And it is hard sometimes because it's like, sometimes you see all the stuff go on, like with, are you a big fan? Okay, cool. Like things aren't working out, but, I know I said on the last video about just imagining it. Well, yeah, there's no point in dwelling on what you don't have, but, I mean, you can imagine it, but then, like, to give you some kind of comfort, I guess, but as long as you don't kind of, like, get into this kind of feeling sorry for yourself kind of thing, and because that ain't good, is it? There's no point in feeling sorry for yourself because you don't have a certain thing in your life. You kind of just have to accept reality for what it is, and just try to just be at peace with that. If things are meant to happen, they'll happen. And sometimes certain things are not meant for you. Maybe there's a thing where like whatever it is that you're chasing in life isn't actually meant for you. Maybe something better is meant for you. Sometimes it's just, that's the way it is. So it's just, what's that? What do you mean, Riley? What are you saying? So you ought to try and see the positive. Like, for example, if somebody rejected you, then maybe it's because there's something better waiting for you, around the corner or something. I don't know. It's just a different perspective on it that you can, see it from that. It's just, as they say, one door closes, another one opens. Sometimes that leads to something better for you. So but I mean, yeah, you can imagine things being a certain way, but as long as you don't, like, become like just, of course you still need to be able to like be realistic and realize that it is all just a fantasy, because some people will get to a point where they become quite neurotic. Is that the right word? But like they become just to a point where they start to actually believe in their own delusion, and that can be dangerous, where they become so like, they suspend disbelief so much where it's like it becomes to a point where they believe that their imagination is actually reality. And so that could be, I don't know if anyone's ever done that, but I've never had that myself, but I've heard that how certain people can really, things can happen where it's like for example, like you get these like soap operas, for example, where, let's say, I'm sure I've heard something like this has happened where, for example, someone gets so invested in it that they actually, when they see that one of them, like, killed another one on the stage, like in, fake, you know what I mean? But they are so invested, it's like they almost like they believe it's real. You know, it's like they believe that, it's like they kind of, you know, it's like it's reality to them. It's just so weird. It's like, Emily, I'm just saying about like the whole thing of like people getting so like attached to fictional characters and like how it becomes so real. And I've heard of times where apparently people have actually gone out and attacked the person because it's like that's a real person, and they were like offended that that person went out and, you know, attacked someone that they like or something in a, yeah, in a, you know, like they might have murdered someone in on the, yeah, in the show or something. You know, I don't know. I'm sure I've heard something like that has happened, like on, say, Coronation Street or something. I don't know, where like one of the characters killed another, and then someone, because they're so invested in that program, it's like they almost like kind of believe it's real, so they go out and do it and attack them themselves or something. Yeah. So this is the point. The point I'm making is about, you can have your fantasies and whatever, but then you have to also at the same time know it's not real. So it's like, for example, if you fantasize about a certain kind of like thing, and maybe it's being with a certain person or something, then you have to sort of at the same time realize it's not real, because otherwise it can end up making you do some crazy stuff if you start to actually believe it's real. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. The notifications are just not really working a lot of the time, so it is what it is. But yeah, it's just so it's about kind of just, yeah, it's like you can have your, hello Haley, you can have your fantasies and whatever, but then you have to also realize that it's not real, and so you don't end up. I mean, I know like some people say the whole idea of like fake it till you make it or something, and you know, where they say, you know, to brainwash yourself into thinking it's real. But I think you got to be careful about that though, haven't you? You know, because there's certain things where you should not believe that that is real, because that can end up really messing you up. Anyway, but yeah, it's just hello Bradley, good morning, how are you doing? Hope you're well. So yeah, we have to just, yeah, manifest it, but we have to be careful, because, you know, it can be quite dangerous if we just start believing something is real when it's not. It's like, I think there's like, I mean, it's like we can get into a delusion, and then God knows what happens with that. Anything can happen. People making up all kinds of scenarios in their minds, you know, and they're like, but yeah, it's like wasn't there a thing with like, I think someone had some like, someone that, I think it might have been some like AI girlfriend or something like that, you know, where they were talking to, it was like basically a chat bot, right? And it was like a sort of, basically it was telling them to basically, you know, self-delete, if you know what I mean. And they actually went and did it. So this is what I mean, is where they become so attached to the thing that they act like it's real. And yeah, neurodivergent people, it might be more so, I guess. Kendra and her psychiatrist on TikTok. All right, I don't know that. I don't really watch any of that stuff. So thank you for the 8 likes, everybody. Nice one. But yeah, it's just like we have to just kind of, you know, not get too invested with something that is not real, you know, because before you know it, your brain can't like distinguish between reality and fiction or whatever, you know. My chat GPT tells me I'm beautiful and look 25, What do you mean it isn't real? Well, no comment. But like, I mean, there is some use for these things sometimes, but it's like there's this AI stuff is getting out of hand, I think, isn't it? It's that I actually saw this thing about apparently like some crazy stuff's been going on. No, I've heard of it, Maria, but I don't listen to K-pop. Anyway, I hope everyone's well. Got 12 in here now, so welcome in. If you're new here, please subscribe. I would be really appreciated. Hello, Evan. My AI told me they wouldn't help me with my homework or assignment. Well, they can't really do that, can they? Because, when you have homework, then you have to, like, figure it out yourself. Because how are you going to learn if you... I don't know. But yeah, homework. I remember I hated that stuff really bad. Because apparently the AI has morals and ethics now, right? Yeah, hi, Jamie. How you doing? Welcome in here. Carol. Why are you calling yourself Jamie? I don't know. I'm Jamie as well, but anyway, now this is a new feature, right? Yeah, it's like how's it going, Rosita? Hope you're well. Good morning to you. How's your day so far? Hope you're having a good one. If you're new here, please subscribe. So yeah, AI is just like I said, it's getting crazy, and it's literally admitting to lying, I think. Because I remember someone made a video about it, like how AI admitted to. I think it was on Upper Echelon channel, I think, if I remember, where they did a test to see if this ChatGPT stuff would lie to people. Hi, Joseph, how you doing? Hope you're well. Jamie says, you're a handsome man from Carol from England. Okay, so are you Jamie or Carol? What's going on here? I don't know, but I'm a very handsome man. It's becoming more human every day because humans lie a lot. I still trust AI more. Yeah, humans lie all the time, I suppose. Jarrell. Oh yeah, Jarrell. Yeah. Or it could be Kami. Yeah, Kami. I'm a very handsome man. I'm the most handsome man on the internet. Greetings from Palestine. All right. Yeah, it's crap what's going on over there, isn't it? But yeah. I don't support anything going on either side of war and stuff. But yeah, no comment. Right. Oh goodness. Anyway, like I said, I still need to get the video out for the members, like for you three that are members on here. So just yeah. Anyway, thank you for the 9 likes. Everybody hit that like button if you haven't already. There is no sides. Their land was taken over and stole. Who's their land? And about Palestine. I mean, I just think that it's just a way that people act, and then they causing a lot of unnecessary death is something that I don't agree with. So I'm not going to keep going on about it because I don't want to. Hello, Luke. How you doing? I hope you're well. Good morning to you. How's your day going? Because it does get a bit complicated and stuff, but it's like, I mean, yeah, I come to kind of accept maybe that there's always going to be some conflict going on in the world for the foreseeable future anyway. I honestly don't know about any of that. Need to Google it. Yeah, it's just sad to see how much conflict still goes on in the 21st century. We're supposed to become more civilized and more, kind of, you know what I mean? It's like we still have all this greed and all this. It's always about taking people's resources or whatever, or what used to be a lot of time over religion and stuff, but it's like, I think most of the time now it's over things like resources like oil and what have you. Yeah, it's mad though. Yeah. I want to change the topic up a bit because I've been looking into this thing. I don't know if you've heard about this. A thing called liminal spaces. It's something that's been kind of fascinating me lately. I don't know. It's just so I don't know if you've heard about any of that, but it's their land they want. Yeah. Anyway, but like I said, it's just there's yeah, the back rooms. Yeah, it's just really spooky, isn't it? Like it's the mainly thing. The thing of it is what they call them transitional spaces, or what they call like what is it? What other word? What's the other word? Threshold. Like it's this sort of in between spaces where people tend to not really hang out very long, and when it's taken out of context, that really makes it kind of like feeling of like eeriness, unease, because it's like it just doesn't feel right. Like even say like a school out of hours, you know, when if you were say if you stayed in class and everyone else had gone and it's just empty corridors and stuff, empty classrooms, you know. I gotta go soon, but I'll be on later, not this afternoon because I'm at my sister's. Okay, I hope you have a good time. Sam says 3 a.m. service station feels very liminal. Yeah, when there's like nothing there, but yeah. But the thing is that in America they have it worse with like these suburbs and stuff because in this country, because of how it's developed, we don't have that system of like it's not so bad like that because in this country, like you're usually pretty close to any like shops and things like that. Whereas with these suburbs, you could be like miles away from a shop, and that I can imagine that would be an absolute nightmare for people living in these areas. And this is supposed to be something that people aspire to. People aspire to buying a suburban home in America, where it's like, but yeah, everything's so kind of spaced out and nowhere near anything. Like you're probably 2 miles from the nearest, as they call it, gas station. You know, like you just like pretty much like everywhere is like for most people they're gonna have to be driving everywhere. Yeah, walking home from a night out at 4 a.m. very liminal. Yeah, there's actually a yeah. Even sometimes just walking down the street, it's just gives that feeling. There's this spooky bit near where I live, and it gets super dark down there. There's hardly any lights down there, and it goes completely pitch black. I probably should really be going out with a torch or something because it's completely black. Anything could happen really, but it's really, really dark down there, and it's just kind of a bit eerie at nighttime. It's just, yeah. I don't know why they haven't put all these lights down there, but sometimes there's not even, if it's really late, then there's not a lot of lights on and stuff. So I'll see you later. But yeah, it's scared of the dark. I'm not scared of the dark. It's just, there's a bit of an eerie feeling of like when it's completely black, where there was a bit where there's no street lights and it's just complete blackness. And, but the thing was like I was saying about liminal spaces and just kind of like, you know, even non-liminal spaces necessarily. I guess it's, I don't know. You could say it's, I don't know. It's like liminal could be like applied to a lot of things, really, couldn't it? It's quite an ambiguous kind of term. Like you could argue that a street when it's not occupied or something is kind of liminal, or at least feels liminal. Or some people say like a playground with, you know, when it's like bad weather or something and there's nobody there. Or like abandoned buildings are a good one, like where there's like nobody in there. It's just, it's like kind of just a really, really eerie feeling to it. I want to do something like those abandoned buildings, like kind of, you know, kind of go and see it for myself. So I've seen a lot of like urbex videos and stuff like that, and it'd be good to like actually go around and like, you know, see it.
but you'll just feel a sense of like liminality. It's this thing of like, it's so almost kind of like forbidden kind of feeling to it, you know. That's kind of like the vibe that it kind of gives, like this kind of forbidden sort of, you know what I mean? Like it's this sort of, you're not really supposed to be there kind of thing. Anyway, apparently I've got 21 in the house. Welcome in, everybody. I hope you're all having a good day. If you're new here, please subscribe and hit the like button. That would be really appreciated. So, I don't know if you've ever been somewhere you feel like you're not really supposed to be, and it gives you that kind of feeling of like something ain't right. I don't know. But I don't know what it is. It's like people love horror movies, don't they? It's like, even though they make people feel like uneasy, why would you want to feel like that? It's like it's like we're kind of, I don't know, maybe it's like there's this kind of thrill, but then there's this kind of little like roller coaster of emotions kind of thing where it's like we're going from the kind of thrill of it to like the kind of suspense, and there's that whole kind of, you know, like have you watched the show Severance? There's lots of the liminal backgrounds, so backrooms themes. No, I've not. But I saw this thing about, you know, because the film The Shining, that kind of makes me think of that whole thing of like the empty hotel corridors, just liminal as fuck. Like some of the scenes in that film are just really like eerie, and just kind of, they set that kind of scene of it gives a sense of like something's off, like something ain't right, like when you're like you're not supposed to be there kind of thing. It's like you see these pictures of like these scenes and stuff, but I've seen that some of these pictures of like, say, swimming pools where they're like kind of, they've got these pillars and stuff in them that just, it doesn't look right. It seems like but it's a different type of liminal experience of like, almost like the threshold between reality and some other reality or something. Like it's kind of doesn't even feel real. It's like a surreal feeling to it. Or like, say, I don't know, it's like there's different examples like that, like a slide or something that is just out of place, or something that's like the things that are just, you know, that don't seem to serve any purpose because the architecture, it doesn't seem to make any sense, like and that gives a sense of like unease or something. It's like something is not right there. But there's this like, yeah, I've seen like some of the black room stuff, but some say that the back rooms are better when they don't have, say, like the monsters in it and stuff, because that takes away from the liminal feeling of it. As soon as you start to see like other beings there, because then the focus is on that, which is a different type of horror then. You know, but it's like it's this sort of liminal horror, which is the emptiness of this feeling of kind of, you know, am I alone in this place, or am I not alone? It's that kind of uncertainty of it. A24 making a Backrooms movie, I think. Yeah, it'd be good to have like a full length one. I mean, because I've seen some of the clips of it, and there's a whole lore behind it on things like how to escape the backrooms and stuff. It was yeah, it's quite fascinating. Like literally like 1 million rooms in there. It'd be like so scary to actually no clip into it, you know. It's like, but apparently the whole like concept was out for a while, because I thought that it was Ken Pixels that come up with it, but apparently it was like a thing that he just kind of gave people what they wanted. So because there was like this community. Is that any better? So I was saying about like liminal spaces and stuff, and how it's can apply to mental states as well as just kind of phases in life, shifting from one to another. Yeah, hopefully people can hear me now. It looks like most people have gone, maybe because I was buffering, and then they just didn't tell me, you know. If people could just fucking tell me, then, you know. Otherwise, I've just assumed everything's okay. you know? Or whatever, you know? It must have been when the connection cut off and then it switched to mobile data, but for some reason it hadn't, that it hadn't properly, like, switched over. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but can anyone hear me still then, or what? What's going on? What is going on here? Yeah, can anyone hear me all right then? Hello? I don't know. I'll give it another minute. I might have to restart it or something, I don't know. What's going on? Hang on a sec. Huh? Why is the live stream not coming up on the fuck? It should be in the live section right now, but let's have a look. What's going on here? It's still saying it's live, so I don't know. Maybe I'll have to restart, guys. I don't know what's going on here, but right, I'll be back. Hang on. Oh, I'm back. I don't know what the fuck. Anyway, so I was just talking about like liminal spaces and stuff, and how it can also be like things such as transition between childhood and adulthood. It's what they call threshold, or it's these like in between states, usually between, or it could be, say, like, you know, you go to like for example, when you go into somewhere like a petrol station, you're going there in like an in between place between where you are and where you're going, sort of thing, like a pit stop kind of thing. They're not places that you're meant to really stay for very long. You just kind of, you know, it's just somewhere as like a kind of, and another example could be like adolescence, where you're going from childhood to adulthood. It's this in-between state of between, you know, being a child and then being a mature adult, where it's like this kind of, where you're getting some like responsibilities, but not quite fully there yet. If you get me. So it's just, we go through a lot of these transitional phases in life between different eras, I guess, and but when we're stuck in a certain situation too long, there's a sense of like awkwardness about it, and it's like, for example, if someone was to stay in kind of adolescence too long and they're still acting like that kind of teenager or something for like decades, it can just feel really kind of off, you know, like you're supposed to be fully grown up and a little reluctant. How you doing? So when you're stuck in a certain kind of, you know, like this transitional phase too long, it can feel odd and feel awkward. Like we're not really meant to stay in that kind of zone very long. And what makes it more odd is when you take something out of its normal context. Like, for example, a petrol station at, you know, 3 a.m. where there's like nobody there or something. Or say like you're inside a hallway when it's shut, everything's all shut, but you're still there or something like that. And it just feels the sense of eeriness to it. Hi, Jen, I hope you're well. Oh, thank you. Make sure you subscribe if you're new here. That'll be very appreciated. So, yeah, so was this thing like the back rooms and how like that sort of, so I've seen some of the clips of that.
be fun to see like a full length movie of it and see what they can do with it. But I think that if there's too many like monsters in it, it could actually ruin it. I think the suspense is what kind of sells it. I think it's just, it gives it more of that liminal feel. Like if it has too much going on, I think it works on this sort of sense of like kind of loneliness and like this like abandoned feeling of it, almost like a forbidden kind of place that you shouldn't really be there. You know, that's what the sense it gives you. Like if say you was in some like abandoned building or something like that, you could get this sense of I shouldn't really be here kind of thing. So I don't know, but yeah, it's just don't know if like anyone has ever had an experience where they feel like they've been somewhere that maybe it's a certain context where they feel like they shouldn't be there at a certain time or whatever, you know. It's just, thank you, Jen, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. Anyway, so I hope everyone's having a good day. Hit the like button, everybody. Got 14 likes. Thank you very much, everybody. So I don't know, I just find some of these like concepts quite fascinating, and yeah, some things in life don't really make sense at times. Like it's like some things seem out of place and they seem out of context or whatever, and so people will show these kind of pictures, and some people even say that it gives them a sense that reality isn't even real or something like that. I don't know if I'd go that far, but like I don't know. I mean, I have all sorts of theories on reality, but some even go as far to say that reality doesn't exist and that it's all in our mind, and that we're in some simulation or something. Like, I mean, who knows what's really going on, but I don't necessarily think that that's a necessary explanation for some of these feelings that people get with like reality and stuff, but there is certain things that I do experience at times where it's like, that's kind of creepy. Like certain coincidences that happen where it feels like that isn't just a coincidence and that there's something else going on here. You start to think, hang on a sec, what is really going on here? Like I was just thinking of that and it just appeared out of nowhere. It's like, it's almost like creepy feeling of that. But I mean, I don't really get creeped out by it, but it's like some people might. But yeah, I find a lot of like horror can be a bit kind of I don't know, corny a bit. I find the stuff, like I said, the liminal type of stuff, like way more interesting. I find it like, I don't know, that whole kind of more, because it gives that sense of like terror rather than like this sense of like you get these jump scares and things like that. But the thing is that over time you probably just become kind of used to that and just kind of. But the thing with these sort of liminal environments, it's always going to like give you that sense of like eeriness, because I think it's because the reason is because it's not meant to be that way. Like when you see something out of its normal context, your survival instincts kick in. You're like, oh, this is a dangerous place. It doesn't feel right. Because I think what it is when there's people in these environments, it gives you a sense of like it's used for its kind of purpose. But when something is being taken out of its usual context of that purpose, then it gives you a sense of it, like I say, just being off. And it's like, yeah, our brains start to kind of like think of all kinds of scenarios. Oh, am I alone in here? Am I not alone in here? Is there a way out of this place? If you would say, if you went into somewhere like the back rooms or something, you would imagine all these scenarios. And it could be quite frightening to like think of all these different scenarios that you're in somewhere with no apparent exit. If you just happen to just be dropped into this reality, into some kind of alternate reality or something. But I find those concepts way more interesting than just some monster jump out at you or something. It kind of gets to a point where it's kind of corny. How many times can you keep doing that before it gets kind of stale and just kind of, I don't know. Like, I don't know really. It's just, but yeah, thank you for the likes, everybody. Anyway, at 16 likes, so see if we can get it to 20 likes real quick. But yeah, I don't know. Just it's like even that you got these films like, I don't know, Final Destination. It's like it was cool for a bit, but then once you've seen it a few times, it just gets a bit old. And because like I saw a few bits from the new one, and they just seem to be becoming more and more far-fetched and more just kind of ridiculous. And it starts to get to a point where you almost kind of know what's going to happen. So it's like it kind of just takes the suspense out of it, and I don't know, but it feels like a lot of the films these days are just becoming kind of uninspired rehashes and just not very interesting. But it would be interesting to see a full length Backrooms movie. That would be great. Okay, thank you, Opal. Yeah, so why are you calling you? I mean, you said your name's Joe or something, right? But why you call yourself Opal? So it was like confusing because there was this female called Opal who was messing me around like kind of earlier this year. So that's just not good, is it? But hopefully you're not the same person. But yeah, just I don't know where I'm going with this. Talk about horror and liminality and stuff like that. But I just thought it'd be an interesting topic or something. It wasn't this Opal, all right? Okay, then. That's good then, because yeah. But yeah, it's just there's a lot of time wasters out there, isn't there? But don't know why I even bothered, to be honest. It's just she was like kind of being all like, telling me to add her on Facebook or something, and then. But luckily, it didn't go on very long. Because I'm not going to be messed around, By the time I changed to Opal, it was Rare the name. Okay, then. It's just a bit of a coincidence. But it's what it is, But like, yeah, it's just some people will mess around and then try and gaslight you and make you think that you're the one that's in the wrong or something, or I don't like it when people do stuff like that. Like if someone makes you feel like you're being clingy or something like that, but in reality, they were the ones that like just being kind of funny about things, and they were actually encouraging that, but then have you think that you're in the wrong for that, and because they try to show all this interest, but then as soon as you show any interest back, then suddenly now you're clingy. It's like you can't win. And then if you was to just ignore them, then they would moan and say that you're, avoidant or something like that. So this is why a lot of men these days are just saying fuck it, So I can understand there's been this other woman, and I've been actually into her for quite a while, and I did try to move on and talk to other ones, but it just never really was the same. But it's just but it's like she's just been kind of like messing around, and she's like basically changed her channel and picture and stuff like that, and it seems to be having some like hidden messages and stuff, and I'm like, this is just it's crazy. And it just gets me to like overthink more, and I'm like, what is going on with all this? There's just something so kind of odd about it all, really. That makes no sense. It's almost like the person is looking for an excuse to leave. And about the one before, that Opal person. Yeah, that's a thing that like I don't know, but it was her that wanted to talk to me in the first place, and then kind of like if they could have just like I don't know. But then when I actually then went and just said fuck it, I'll just block the person, and then they came back a few days later and expected me to, I actually then kind of forgive the person for a bit, but then we was going to try and meet up, and then that never happened, and she blocked me. So it's like, what the fuck? It's like she even agreed to meet me, and then I was like, okay, well, whatever then. And her account picture like comes up on Facebook, and then she like got with somebody else or something, and it's like, so she was obviously like talking to a whole bunch of people, I reckon. Because one of the things I should like notice is that oftentimes it would take her a long time to reply. So that oftentimes that can indicate that there's probably somebody else going on, and they're just kind of stringing you along. So that's something to look out for. If it's taking them far longer to reply than you are to them, then chances are, yeah, no. Yeah, this other one, yeah. So basically, it's just there's a lot of stuff that's been going on. That is just one thing, awful, that her account picture changed, but she's been deleting her videos as soon as I tried to kind of, because I don't need to go into it all again, because it's the complications of it all, and I don't need to keep going over it all, but it's like, but this one that's basically she's not the Opal one. I'm on about this other one. I've had like a lot of calls with her and stuff. I've had video calls and stuff, and some of the comments have gone. I did expect the videos would get deleted, but it still feels weird how like she's came back on the scene for a few days and then just gone again. But even though I kind of was expecting it, but it's just like it's going on. Then there's these picture changes. It's happened twice, and it's just weird how some of the things seem to kind of have hidden messages, and that's something that she's typically done before. It seems like cryptic messages, where it's like you'll have to kind of wonder what it means, because what is it with all these picture changes? There isn't any reason for it.
why has it happened twice, even twice in fucking whatever 24 hours or something? That's weird, you know, like. Yeah, I was thinking about that actually, about, but what was she actually doing on her own then? You know? Like, I thought she would have been going with people. Why was she going away on her own then? What the fuck is going on, you know? Oh, hi, Riley. Okay. So what is going on then, right? I mean, yeah, I knew she was apparently going on holiday, but like, but she can't just be like coming back on and then like, I don't know. It's just fucking with my head, you know. Oh, she went with family, right? It's a bit weird that she didn't go with him, isn't it? So I was talking with Richard about this because she should have like gone with him, right? And the excuse was that it's because he didn't get a, because he's just changed jobs. But then Richard was telling me that anyone that gets a new job has to be granted a holiday. So that's bullshit. Bull fucking shit. And what's worse, it was like just after his fucking birthday as well. So she literally fucking, so it was his birthday, like literally just a few days before, and then she leaves him behind, goes with family, and then like, yeah, it just all seems very weird, doesn't it? Apparently, yeah. I think that's some bullshit. Yeah, I've been friends with him for a while now, but it just seems all off to me. I don't know. It just seems kind of like, because Richard were telling me that they have to be given a holiday right away or something like that. It's because her brother is over from Australia. I don't know. Well, Richard doesn't buy it or something. He says that, I don't know, he reckons something's going on or something. I don't know. But it's like she can't just be like, you know, messing around and like, and then just like delete all her fucking videos and just, what the fuck are you playing at? You know, it's like you're trying to fucking make excuses for her or something. Is that what you're trying to do? Like, I don't know. I know you're kind of pissed off with her as well, but it's just like, she can't just keep getting away with messing around, like. But we don't know, will we? But I just find it all odd, like, you know, like it was so odd, like how it was, you know, she was going away and then he couldn't get the time off or something, but then I don't know. I don't know. It's I just, it all just seems a bit convenient. I don't know. It seems like there's a lot of times where they're not really together and like she doesn't really want to be around him. I don't know. I mean, it could be a coincidence, that one, but there's just a lot of things that it's like, even like you were saying about the 10-year anniversary and of all places they went to fucking London Zoo. Well, that's not fucking special, is it? I mean, God. Yeah, well, that's what you was told, and it's just, there's a lot of things that just don't add up. There's a lot of just odd things. Like the fact that they're still not even engaged, let alone married. They should probably even be married at this point, but they're not even engaged to be married. Yeah, that's what apparently you was saying, that like, that's what Richard was telling me, because I was asking like if, because I was saying, oh, did say that, does she ever really mention him? So he said, no, she never really already mentions him. Because it was saying with me, like when I was on a call with her,
she only ever mentioned just to say that she has a partner, never mentioned anything about him or anything. It was just, yeah, which is weird. Like, but then she was all like, oh, well, I'm trying to, like, you know, sort things out with him. That's all, like, you know, last time I properly, like, spoke to her, like, she was like, oh, I'm trying to sort things out with him. And if that was really the case, then wouldn't she be like, wouldn't there be some more progression go on with it? Like, if it was just a rough patch, then things have been patched over and now things are okay and they're on track and they're gonna get married and whatever, you know. They've had a few rough patches, I think. Well, it sounds like the whole relationship is not even, you know, it's not really viable, it seems. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think what it could be is that if she was put with him through a family friend, that is not a good idea, I don't think, because it's almost like being put in an arranged marriage. How many times does that work out, you know? Where they're kind of almost forced to be together. I don't know if that's going on, because I'm wondering what the hell's going on with it all. Does she feel obliged to stay with him? Because it sounds like that could be the case. Because I have no other explanation as to why. Because, to be honest, I don't see why she would want to, other than maybe it's the security or whatever, but she said she wanted to get married, but they were happy as they were. Sounds a bit odd, that, really, doesn't it? If you really want to get married, then you'll get married. Then what? Why? I don't know. Nothing seems to add up about it. Just weird. And it's just this kind of like uncertainty of it that it just bugs me, because I'm like, there's pieces that aren't fitting, kind of thing. It's like, so yeah, like, you know, when are they ever going to get married? And it's like, they're not even engaged to be married. Because you'd think that if she wanted to get married, then there'll at least be an engagement. Doesn't mean you have to get married tomorrow, you know? Because sometimes people get engaged for years, sometimes even a decade before even getting married, especially nowadays. A lot of people will they'll put a ring on the finger and then they'll be like that for years. So I hope you get the answers you need one day. I don't know. It's just does me head in, because it's like, because something feels off about the whole thing, and kind of like a person that needs some resolve, needs some, you know, because it just isn't adding up. What is she doing staying with this guy? It seems like a fake relationship. It just seems so awkward. Like, even in pictures where they're together, it just, something feels off. So he does sometimes take pics to make it look like there's a ring on that finger. Is there really, though? Are you just saying that it's like a fake? Yeah, it just all seems like, you know, like, what's going on? Yeah. It's just all weird. I know, Vic, it just all seems weird. It's weird, yeah, it is weird. I don't know. Because they just, when you're not given any kind of answers, really, that make any sense, then you're left pondering, and And what does she even see in him anyway? Like, what is, you know, what is so fucking good about him if she really does want to, something ain't right, you know? Unless he's got this great personality, which I don't think that's the case. I mean, if it was really that fucking good, then I don't think that things would have been so bad. I don't know. So, yeah. Is like I said, there's these cryptic messages and stuff. I mean, like, for example, when she had an image of a fucking crab on her account, and I don't know if this was intentional, but because a crab represents the number 69, and you know, the crab claws or whatever, it represents the number 69, and that's something I noticed. But part of it could have been a coincidence. But what was crazy is that we were literally talking about the crab poles, whatever you call it. Some people call it the bridge, but that exercise I was trying to do, thought that was quite interesting. And another thing is that we're both Cancer star signs, which are the crab, Cancer the crab. So I thought that was really just spooky, almost, like just the fact that coincidence there. I don't know. I don't know much about him really. Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure if she really thought that much of him, that she wouldn't be messing around. But I know there are some people out there that will just mess around. They could literally have everything, but still not be satisfied, you know? Some people will never be satisfied. So I don't know who knows? Yeah, that's what it is, you know? Like, why wouldn't she just delete her channel completely? She's deleted her videos for some reason, but probably because of my comments on there. Like, she's trying to kind of hide any sort of evidence or something like that. I don't know. Is that what she's trying to do? Yeah, I understand. It's I don't know. I mean, but I mean, you'd think if they were engaged, they would actually be like showing it or something. And there's a lot that just isn't adding up. And another thing was like, so it was like, what was it, on his birthday apparently, and she was not even like, they would have thought they would have had a day off or something and celebrated it together or something like that. It would just, it all seems a bit convenient. Like, she deletes TikTok completely, but not YouTube. Yeah, because I was using TikTok, but that was before, and then like she deletes it. Actually, I thought she'd like hidden it or something, but maybe she deleted it completely. I don't know. Just a lot of it just is kind of strange. But the thing with like TikTok is that there's that whole you can like inbox people on there, whereas on YouTube it's like it's restricted to like public comments and stuff. Like, there used to be a way to actually contact somebody like privately on YouTube, but they got rid of that feature a while ago. I don't know if anyone remembers that, but I don't know. It's just, but you can't be messing around and just like, you know, she's like, talk to me because she's on holiday and he's not there or something. Is that all it was for her? It was just attention because she wasn't happy with what she's got or something. I don't know. Was I just being used or something? Because that's what I was kind of thinking a while ago, that it was just like that. But then it seemed like it maybe more than that, and that the way that she seemed to be quite obsessed, and from what I've heard, that the fact that she would talk about me so much and things like that, and it seemed like something deeper than just that. It was just because a lot of people say, "Oh, she just wanted your attention," but it seemed like there was more to it than that. And I don't know, just left wondering. Phone died. Okay. No worries. So yeah, just when people try and just say, "Oh well, she never really had any feelings," it would just she just wanted attention. But like I said, I think there's more to it than that. I think that the fact that the way she was acting, it's just like, if it really was just about the attention, then I think she would have probably like moved on a lot faster. And a lot of people will do this, where they'll just kind of they'll talk to someone a little bit, and then they'll just block them, and then find something else, find a new, kind of buzz or whatever. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, I don't think that she would say all these things and do all these things if it wasn't something, if there wasn't more to it, like, because it seemed at one point she was really considering leaving the guy. I mean, I don't know if she could have been lying, but it did kind of come across like. But then maybe it was just the way that I was being kind of. Maybe it seemed like I was pressuring her or something, and it's just I need some kind of certainty with things, and I don't like being in this kind of grey area kind of thing, and just sort of left wondering. That's something I really do not like, when people leave me with a cloud of uncertainty, a cloud that's hovering over you, this uncertainty, that's this gloomy grey cloud. Yeah, when you've not got the answers, because she'll try and give certain answers that have holes in them, that don't make sense, and things just don't seem right. Like, why would she like try and get back in, even just to put videos out, and then on her account, knowing that I'm going to see it, because she knows full well that if she was to like get back in contact with me, then I'm going to assume that there's some kind of romantic interest there. So she can't just like mess around like that, and like, it's like she either has to fucking sort her shit out with this guy, or she has to leave him. Those are her only two options, because she can't just keep on messing around. It's like, either, if this relationship with him is worth salvaging, then okay, sort it out then, actually make it work. Completely wipe yourself off social media, probably the best thing to do. Although not cheap. Completely get off social media altogether, because by even being on there, you are putting yourself out there, basically. If you really want to make it work with the guy, you would just completely get off social media, just completely, just take a break from it all, and just sort out your relationship, and then just well, that's the thing. Was she just bored? I mean, but it's like, but she knows that if she does that, then I'm going to see it. she maybe should have thought about that, you know, before trying to mess around and just. Hi, Riley. Yeah, I think she needs a break from social media too. Yeah, because she can't just keep on doing the shit. Like, does she just get bored so fucking easily or something, or what? Because surely she could just have a good fucking time. If she's with her family, just have a good time with your family then. You know? Just enjoy fucking time with your family, for fuck's sake. You know? Why do you need to be going on fucking social media all the fucking time and trying to, you know? Yeah, exactly. Why is she fucking doing that then? Like, what's she fucking playing at? And then she's still putting these things on a channel that seemed to kind of, she's got back from holiday or whatever, and now she's, but then she could have just fucking deleted her account or something. If anything, she should just delete all of her fucking social media. Get the fuck off it all and just sort your fucking shit out. Otherwise, just, you're gonna have to just kind of leave the guy, because it can't go on. You can't be just in this sort of, because you can't have your cake and eat it, you know. This is the thing, right? Some people think that they can have their cake and eat it. You can't do that, you know. Like, you have to make a choice in life. You can't just be kind of, you know, half in, half out, and kind of thinking that you can somehow get the best of both, when really you just end up going to just be unhappy because you're just in this kind of state where you're not really kind of committed to anything, and you're just sort of I don't know how I'm gonna contact her. I'd have to use somebody else to do it, but I don't know. I don't know what to do really, because it can't go on. Like, it can't. This shit can't keep going on. I don't know if she's not deleted her account, has she? I mean, I can go and have a look, but I thought it was odd that it took like a while for. I guess maybe she didn't see it live. Either that, or she was thinking about what to do or something, and like, she's obviously not like dumb or anything, because the fact that she even come up with some of these ideas, like these cryptic messages and stuff, she's obviously like, she's smart enough to like do that. So yeah, I mean, it's just like I said, I'm kind of like not gonna be messed around. Like,
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's just. Let's just find it, see if her account's still there, because she even changed the name of it as well. Wait a second. Is it gone? Hang on. Let's go to channels. Hang on a second. Oh, hang on. Wait a sec. I spelled it wrong. Yeah, it looks like it's still there, but her account's changed name, and like, what is going on? And like, and even the name seems to have some kind of sexual reference or something. Whether that's a coincidence or not, I don't know. But
there's been a lot of coincidences with her, because when I looked at that name, I was like, it has some sexual reference. It's just, it just leaves you wondering, like, what is going on? Because it's like, she doesn't seem like a bad person. Like, it's just, I don't like to think that she's intentionally trying to wind me up or anything like that, or mess around, but it's like, what are you doing? There's something ain't right there. But it's just like some people just won't listen though, and they'll just kind of keep on doing the same things. Oh, really? I don't know. No, it's not been acting up, no. What? How has it been acting up? I mean, people were getting blocked. So I'm pretty sure someone's been blocking people behind my back, like trying to use the moderator to that. But then someone was saying that it's because YT's been acting up. I don't know, but it's just weird. Like, what is going on? Like, what is going on with all this shit, you know? Yeah, just but yeah, I don't know if she'll listen and just get off social media altogether. I doubt it. I really doubt that she would do that. But you know, what are you gonna do? You know, you're just gonna like. So I don't know if she's gonna end up doing it to somebody else and then stringing them along or something or what. But I'm okay, thank you, Victor. Burstone, possibly. I don't know. Maybe that's it, but it's just odd how it's been changing. It could be. What do you mean, Burstone? I don't know, but okay, no worries. Because of a birthstone, I mean, but it's just odd how her account's still there, though, isn't it? Why is she keep changing the picture on it? I'm probably going to get off pretty soon, but I was supposed to be calling my mum today, but I guess maybe it's not going to happen. But I'll just, yeah. Right. I'll see you all in a bit, guys. I'm going to get off for a bit. All right. Take care. Bye.